Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Mette Damkjær, and I'm employed at the University College Lillebælt in this department about research and innovation, and I come from the nurse education. And I'm also a lecturer on this English module number 9, as we have some of the students presented here today. And we're going to have a day as James talked about, so I'm not going to say any more about that. What I'm going to say something about is the policy thing. Why are we having all this talk about welfare technology? And I'm not going to elaborate so much about it because I think some of you have heard some of it before. But I just want to kind of put a frame on this day to say why is it important that we are gathering you here today, and why is that important also in a context of the society. So it's not just that you're going to learn something, you are also, of course, going to do that, but this is also a part of a bigger picture, actually. So I'm going to do a short presentations about the perspective from the healthcare sector, from the healthcare sector, and also from the education. And I hope that will give you some of the answers. And of course, you just ask questions if I say something that you kind of don't understand. It could be the language, it could also be the content. So what we're talking about in Denmark is the moment, and some of you might have seen a debate in the newspapers. It's a political issue, and it's about something that we call the competition state. It's my translation. I don't know if that would be the right one in English, but we call it kind of the competition state. And there is a debate about this concept at the moment. What is it? And is it from the blue part or the red part in the government? I'm not going into that discussion, of course, but this competition state, the basic thing, and what is relevant for us is that what we are going to do in Denmark is to put all our resources together and together we are going to work on making new technologies, if you kind of cut it down to that, and to make new kinds of organizations that we can sell abroad, so we can earn money to pay for the welfare state. This is the very short version of it. So, and that means that what we have in Denmark is that we have a very well-educated population, and we have in this case we have people coming that like you working with technology, and we have nurses working with healthcare, and to put all these immaterial resources together. That should make very good solutions to these challenges that we have got in the healthcare sector, and you know as well that the healthcare sector is taking a lot of the Danish budget, so and a big part of the Danish BNP. So it's very important that we are getting very good in making these technologies so that we can also make a market out of it. So that's one point. And the competition state is basically about that. And the new thing about that is not that people with technical educations, they're working towards the market. And they're creating something that is to be sold. I guess that's pretty basic for you guys in this kind of education. But to us in the University College Lillebælt and in these kinds of educations, nurses and social workers and physiotherapists and so on, this is not at all something that we are used to. We are not used to think that what we should contribute with is also something that should be sold on a market. So that's basically very new. And this guy, he's professor at the CBS, he's called Ove Petersen. He's made a book about this, where I'm taking these things from. And he's talking about this competition state and says that the strong thing about this is that we have to learn to be so good in working together that the solutions we can make in this healthcare sector or in the society as a whole. He's not talking specifically about the healthcare sector. I'm doing that. But the solutions that we can make, they have to be so good that they can compete with other countries, so that we can sell them on an open market, as I said before. So this is basically also a part of the discussion about this competition state. So yeah, so, and some of it is about what you're going to do today, actually, that you're going to put all your knowledge together, both the technological knowledge, but also the specific nurse knowledge, if you can call it that. I put it in a bracket. I think it's a strange word, but it is what it is, and then see what we can get out of that. So, and I guess that maybe we'll have, when we come to that later today, we'll talk about what specific kind of nurse knowledge it should be. Okay, so this is how I see this this part of the competition state. It's a very, the concept is much bigger than that, but I've just picked some of it out because it's kind of fitted to this today. Okay, and what we think in Denmark, how to develop these healthcare technologies, is that we are working in this called, hi, welcome.
The others are coming.
Yeah, very good, very good. More nurses coming in, that's very nice.
Yeah.
There are places, you can sit up here as well, I guess, that chair here. Okay, and we are working in this model called a triple helix. And I guess you all, everybody knows this triple helix thing, but it's about three parts working together to create the best kind of technology or solutions for the healthcare sector in this specific thing. And we are talking about the society, and we're talking about the companies, and the companies in this could be both private companies but also public companies, and it could be the municipalities and the hospitals. And it could also be these companies that you're working with, the kind of these companies that make money out of it. Well, welcome. You just find a place. There are places up here. And what we think is that we have to find a very good organization. We have to find a way to make all these parts work together, because we all have. A lot of people coming. That's very good. That's very good. Okay.
There's a space up here as well.
There's a space up here as well.
Just take a very short break so that you can find your place. Okay, so the thinking is that the way we work together in Denmark and the way we should create these very good solutions that of course provide quality for the patients, for the healthcare sector, for the citizens in the Danish society, and also to create jobs and growth, and for the Danish society to pay for this healthcare sector and the welfare state that we really want to maintain. And I guess that's a basic thing in Denmark, that we want to maintain our welfare state. But the thinking is that these different parts should work very closely together to kind of combine all their different kind of knowledge, all the culture, to provide the healthcare sector with the good products. And it could be, and it is the society, as I said, and the society, and it is the companies, and it is the knowledge institutions like your educations and the universities, and also when we're talking about innovation and entrepreneurship, I guess that you all have heard about these concepts as well. The Danish society, that we kind of see that we should teach or have make a kind of culture in the Danish educational system that will prepare both children from the kindergarten and up to the PhD level with skills that can make them work with innovation and entrepreneurship, to have competences that can make them entrepreneurs. Not only about making companies, of course, this is a part of being an entrepreneur, but also to have this kind of competences that can put you in situations where you are able to think new and not to be afraid of the changes that are happening in society. Well, that's a very short version about that. I'm not going to elaborate more about that. I guess you know something about it beforehand. But this is the way that we think that we can work together to create more benefits from the Danish society. So we have this society perspectives. It is that we need to be more efficient because the expenses in the healthcare sectors are actually too big. So we have to do something about it. We need more jobs. We have too many unemployed in Denmark at the moment, and especially on Funen, I guess, and region southern Denmark, where we come from, there is a slightly bigger problem than somewhere else. We need more jobs for the well-educated people. We have a very well-educated population in Denmark, and this is our oil, you can say. We don't have that many natural resources, but we do have a very well-educated population. So this is how we are going to compete also and make money to our welfare state. Many of the production jobs are outsourced. I guess you have followed that debate also in the media. And we need to establish new companies. And I guess that you come from the EAL, you know all about creating new companies. And that's also what you have a focus. That's not at all the focus in the UCL for our students. But I guess that in a few years the culture will have changed a bit. And we will also have a bit of that focus. But it will never be our main focus. And it shouldn't be, I guess, only. Our healthcare expenses grow very fast, and we need to find other ways to organize it, and also to make a bigger quality in the healthcare sector. And this is about maintaining the welfare state. And as you all know, there's also a condition in our society at the moment that we have a digitalization going on. I guess you all, all of you have NemID and use net banking and all these kind of things that is going on in the society at the moment. Oh, more coming in. This is. I hope you've ordered pizza enough.
Well, those sandwiches, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, sandwiches. That. Okay, welcome. And so this is from the society perspective. This is some of the issues that we are discussing at the moment. From the healthcare sector perspectives, we have all these new technologies. And here I think about the medical technologies. We have new robots coming in that can make operations. We have different kinds of things that kind of a scan, where you can scan people. Is that the right word? X-ray scan?
Yes.
Scan, yeah. Just couldn't find it. Sorry. And of course, all these things make it that we are being more and more skilled in diagnosing people. And when we have diagnosed a person, we also have to find a treatment and do the treatment. So that means that also this healthcare sector is growing more and more expensive, of course. So it gives new possibilities, but also gives new expectations and new expenses. So, and this, we're working with this concept called Patient 2.0, and Patient 2.0 is a patient who really expects to have exactly what he or she needs, expects to have the best quality, the best organization, that the hospital is taking care of, kind of making the organization so that it fits to the individual, and not to the benefit of the organization, the hospital, but to the benefit of the patient. And they want to have full access to all information and stuff like that. And we are not actually organized in that way yet, but this will be a demand from the patients, I'm pretty sure, and the citizens. So what we need is that we plan to get a perfect quality for less money for more patients. That's our challenge. And we need, in doing that, we need to create new jobs and new markets. So this is the challenge that we're facing in the society at the moment, and especially as we are here in the healthcare sector and have this focus. So, and what the Danish societies think about this is that welfare technology, as you have all focused on, is a very important part of that. And in the beginning, when we talked about welfare technology, we were pretty sure that it would be our new fairy tale about, like the windmills, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the windmills, they kind of created a very big market also internationally, and we have a lot of knowledge about it. Actually, we are one of the best in Denmark is one of the best countries in the world about that. And we also want to be very, very good and skilled about welfare technology, both using it but also developing it. And focus on development, that's what you're going to do today. So, yeah. I shall soon finish it. So this is the condition in the Danish society at the moment. It's also a part of the society focus that this is the old university hospital. As you can see, a lot of different buildings, very old, very difficult to organize it. So what they have planned is to make a new hospital, and it has to be finished in about 2021, and I guess it will be delayed, so we'll see. But about that, and then we have and this hospital is going to be actually about 20-25% smaller than the hospitals we have today. And already today, as you've seen in the media, the hospital, they already have patients lying around, not in the rooms, but on the hallways. So how is that going to happen? And I guess that what we count on as a society is that you also, as students, could be a part of solving that problem for us. And welfare technology is especially seen as one of the solutions to that problem. Not the only one, of course, but one of them. And we have to work much more together with the municipalities. So this is a picture of Odense municipality. And also use all these different kind of technologies that we have today. And we have to be aware of this patient 2.0. Maybe it becomes patient 3.0 at some level. And we have to educate health professionals 2.0 also. And I guess that's going to be you in the future. So from an education perspective, we need a very well educated population. And we need all of these educations to be very skilled when it comes to the monoprofessional. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's like when you're going to be a nurse or working in this education from the EAL, you have to be very good at what you're doing. Because what you're going to do much more in the future is that you're going to work together with people from other educations. And to do that, you have to be very good at what you're doing yourself. And in the healthcare sector, we really need people who are very strong in their monoprofessional to work interdisciplinary also. So that would be even more important in the future, I guess. So, and what we need to provide the students with is, that's you guys, that's innovative and entrepreneurial competences to work with development and in a kind of society context, not only to learn, but also to do a difference, to make a difference in the society. So we have to do and to act, and also to be able to evaluate it. And all this have to be based on knowledge, on research, and to knowledge and research, because we have to integrate this knowledge in the technological products. And that's also what we're going to do today. We are going to talk about what can we do technological and what kind of knowledge is to be integrated in it. Because this is the way that we can make these technology fit to the patients and the citizens in the Danish healthcare sector. So, and what we also are going to do more of in the educational system is to work much more with the policy, so that it will be very clear to you that you're not only educating yourself, but you're also working for the society and for the sector that you're going to be hired into. So, and we of course also are going to learn something more about, and that's especially in the UCL, I guess, to work with private companies. I guess that you in EIL, you already are doing that and have some experiences doing that, but we don't have that. So, and we have to be better and better in working with private companies. And you know, that's a kind of cultural clash in our world, to work with these companies. But very, very funny and very interesting. And yeah, so we have to, when it comes to nursing at least, we have to develop a kind of developer identity. That's a new concept I just invented last night. So, but I think that will be the right word. That we have to see ourselves as being a part of this development happening in the society today, and I think that's very important. And that's not natural for our educations to do that. But we are kind of finding the way through this, and I think that it will make more and more sense to us as time goes by. So, and I think that was about it. Yeah. The future is here. Yeah. Okay. Any questions about that?
Always silence when you ask questions.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they come later.
Yeah.
Okay.